everybody, this is Bud Rice. He's retired from the Energy. He's going to step in here and give us a course on electrical safety. So make sure if you got questions, you ask anything you want to about the electrical part of it.
Don't ask any hard questions.
All right, Bud, it's all yours.
Damon asked me to come out here this afternoon and do a little safety, electrical safety. I'm sure you have welders, extension cords, and grinders and drills and stuff like that. And one thing about the welding machine that you probably don't know, if you have a welding table and you got the ground wire hooked to that table and you got that stinger, if you break the circuit with your body between that stinger and that table, it's going to shock the devil out of you. The table really needs to have a grounded wire going to a grounded rod in the ground. That'll prevent you accidentally being shocked. And extension cords, you don't need to leave them laying out across the floor. If you're going to use the extension cord, if it's all possible, route it overhead, because I don't know if you guys use carts, roll around carts, or but if it's a metal cart, like some of those welding carts are, oxygen and acetylene cart, when that thing breaks that insulation, it's going to go to ground, and then electricity is going to take the shortest route, which is going to be through your body. And if it does go through your body, it could just give you a small shock, or it could actually kill you. I mean, just like a 110 volt extension cord, because of the fluid in your body. It's gonna go through your system, and in a lot of cases, it'll rupture your bladder. You need to make sure that 3-prong plug with that ground cable's on there, that grounded prong, because that's going to keep you from walking up there. You can actually go and pick up a drill that somebody, I've seen them break the prong off that drill so it'll fit in a 2-prong plug, and wow, it'll shock you, because it goes to ground through the metal casing of the drill or grinder or whatever that you're using. And Damon brought this picture up here, and I know y'all got overhead power lines out there and probably underground cables. If you're on a backhoe like that and you happen to knock one of those power lines down on you, it doesn't have to be a high line wire. It could just be a temporary, or 220 volt wire that you got running overhead going to an outbuilding. But if it falls down on that machine, stay on it. Don't get off of it, because you're insulated by those rubber tires. If you've got a radio, which I think most of y'all carry a radio, call and let somebody know what you've done. Something else that I was wanting to talk to you about is home safety. And y'all probably, it's just common sense, and you probably already all know this, but let's put that picture up there of that swimming pool. And this picture right here, that's above the ground pool, and this apparatus out here, I can't.
Power strip.
Yeah.
And they got 2 flip-flops on it, holding it up, floating it in the water, and then they got it running to their boom box.
Yeah, that's what that is. And then they're in the pool with it. What do you think's gonna happen if the plug-in's right there and it slips off in there, that power strip right there on them 2 flip-flops? What's gonna happen to those 2 people? You can hold 60,000 volts in your hand just like that, and all it's gonna do is make your hair stand up. But if you add 1 milliamp to that 60,000 volts, it's gonna blow your socks. You got like the transformers, these pad transformers you see around, they're step up and step down transformers. And the one that you got on the pole at your house is feeding your house, that's a step down transformer. There's two 3,600 volt lines going to that transformer. And it's stepping it down to 220, going into your breaker box, your main breaker, and then it breaks down into 110 or 220. You need to remember, that's a step down transformer. But when you plug that generator in there, if you don't throw the main on your house, you're stepping it right back up to 3,600 volts. Sending it right back down that line to wherever that breaks at, and the man down there that's working on it catches it.
He gonna have a bad day.
Yeah, if he has another day. Do not overload electrical outlets with too many implements or too many machines. It could create low voltage, and low voltage will burn up your equipment quicker than high voltage will. Plus it causes the wires to get hot, and it could actually cause a fire. That's where a lot of your house fires start, is because of stuff just like that right there.
I wanna speak for one more thing on basic electrical safety and scavenging too. I know we've been talking about scavenging, but say that you're up there and not necessarily you, but a truck driver or somebody opens his tailgate from Walmart. The toaster falls out in the box. He opens it up, it's a brand new toaster. He goes, I'm gonna take this home with me. He takes it home with him. Well, he's off of work. His wife or one of his older kids come in and decide they want a piece of toast or something. They plug that toaster in. It comes from Walmart, looks brand new. They don't make it good. They flip that switch, and next thing you know, that receptacle blows up. But that's why we don't scavenge, because we don't want to take a chance of losing something, losing a loved one, or losing our property or home, losing everything. Well, Bud, we appreciate you coming out, and I don't know, I learned some things that I didn't know about electricity. So I appreciate you coming out.